Give me a minute, you guys. Oh gosh. So I am going to say good rising first and foremost to everybody who may come across this live at whatever time of day you come across it. You guys, I'm getting ready to do a general reading. I'm going to have bibliomancy, and I'm going to do I'm going to pull some cards, and of course, connected into all of that is channeled messages. Okay, so I'm going to start with this reading. I'm going to set the intentions first and foremost. I thank the Most High God, our ancestors, the angels, Mother Goddess as well, for allowing me to have the opportunity to just speak to the people who are connected to myself for our highest good. The intentions that I set before I even came on, I was talking to Spirit this morning, talking to God, and I was like, God, I need a word for us for right now, for today. So anyway, thoughts also have been coming in all morning. I'll have those up on my Spotify, but one of the thoughts that came in as I was preparing myself to join this live, right, was something about being of the same mind, covenant. And then I was putting on my necklace, which is a cute little addition that I have to my accessories. And I felt the need to say that I have on something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. And for the ladies who are connected to me, and even for some of the guys who will come across this, you will understand what that means. That is a connection to like a wedding. Okay. So something about nuptials is going on in the ethers, and could be connected to the messages that I have for us today. Okay. All right. And the song that's playing in the background right now is called Hey Monet. Hey gorgeous. The song that's playing in the background right now is called Forever is a Long Time. And it's by, I want to say, Jason Nelson. And the song that came on just before this was called Believe by Brian Courtney Wilson. I'm getting another message specifically that's coming from these two people who were singing. If I'm not mistaken, both of these men, they come from, quote unquote, in the Christian sector, they would come from good stock. Okay. So I am already preaching. And it's not me, it's the Spirit that's at work. Like, guys, I feel like the recurring theme is about to be about, it's the matches made in heaven, the matches of royal lineage coming together. Whatever that can look like, whatever that can mean. That could be in the form of business partnerships, it could be friendships, but I am getting a heavy feeling about marital covenants. I also heard the year 2014 like a few days ago. This was sometime last week. I heard the year 2014 and I was thinking to myself, okay, God, well, what happened in the year 2014 for me? Anywho, I'm not going to go too far into that, but that could be also significant for the people who are going to come across this messaging. So guys, I did set the intentions. I have so I'm about to start reading where I feel Spirit wants me to read. Oh, shiznit. Okay, so I'm going to try to calm down, but I'm going to tell those who are still with me right now and who are watching why I did that little squeal for a moment. So at first my eye went to Zephaniah chapter 3 because it's circled, But then I looked over here to the book of Haggai and chapter 1, which is also circled. And it says a call to rebuild the Lord's house. So I'm going to read both of them. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing, but I'm for sure going to read the title, a couple of the scriptures as I'm led to, and then I'm going to move on from this part of the reading and get into the others. So we're going to start with Zephaniah chapter 3. It says a sharp reproof for Jerusalem. So let me also say this. I was led to literally dress all the way up. I'm about to show y'all. Just because I feel like you guys, before I keep going, I feel like some of us are being prepared for literally the call that is on our life. Okay. So what I mean by that, if you have had a strong desire since your youth to do something and maybe it fizzled somehow, or it was tucked under life experiences and other people's projections and or restrictions on you, and you let it go, I feel like it's coming back up again. Okay. I feel like it's coming back up again. But let me go ahead and show you guys the outfit today. Now I'm sitting at my house. I'm at home. We've also got, hold on. We've got pockets. We love pockets. But we've got the fall situation going on. Okay, Spirit had me dressed all the way the freak up. And it's like it's a rehearsal, okay? That's what I feel like. What we're doing right now has been preparation, rehearsal. All right, let's get into it. I even want to say down to the relationships. If some of us have entered into committed connections, covenants, and stuff like that, and we've been walking those things out and immersed in them and really doing our best to show up as authentically as we can in them, it is very, very possible, you guys, that either your connection that you're in is about to go to another level, or this was just a rehearsal for you. Take that how you feel led to take it. So it says, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord. She drew not near to her God. Her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves. They gnaw not the bones till the marrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. So they're like dumb, slow, don't have no wisdom, no knowledge. And they move accordingly. They move like trash. They're doing so much damage. So this is what I'm getting from this. It's like, I feel like this is talking about, yes, a governmental structure, but it's also talking about down, it's from the government all the way down to literally the relationships. The relationships are even reflective of whatever governing that is being in leadership right now. Now, I also have to step and go back to something, a thought that I wanted to present. You guys, we talked, the thing says a sharp reproof for Jerusalem. As I was also getting channel messages for this reading, I was being led to practice as if I was giving a speech or as if I was already ministering to people. And I was explaining my last name. And I was saying that I'm a daughter of Zion, right? So I also was led to explain, what does being a daughter of Zion mean? Well, I'm glad somebody asked. Being a daughter of Zion has everything to do with a mentality of a group of people. These people choose to operate like gods and goddesses in the earth. Gods being males, and goddesses being women, female energy, divine feminine energy, or masculine energy for that matter. They have a specific guideline, and it's not just out of here. It's not just out of this book. I'm talking about, it is embedded in their genetic coding. It is in their DNA. So I also had heard during channel messages much earlier in this day that We are the book. And like, we literally are the book. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So when I say that, I mean that the Most High Goddess is still speaking, and they speak to us. They give us information. They give us insight. They give us strategy. They give us information. Right? And sometimes it's for us to share with other people. Other times it's for us to get and embody ourselves first. Moving on. So Zephaniah chapter 3 is showing this contrast between those who operate under the Torah or the law of God that is at work in them already versus those who do not. And what that energy shows up as, what it looks like, what it becomes personified as. Now, over in the book of Haggai, we have in chapter 1, it says a call to rebuild the Lord's house. Before I move on, Zion is also the people. The Lord's house is you and me. It's us. It's the people. So to be a daughter of Zion or a son of Zion is to have this mentality of being a god or a goddess in the earth. What does that look like? That means you're going to be a person who operates in justice. You are about truth. You are about awareness of self and of other people. You are about treating people the way that you genuinely desire to be treated. And in some way, shape, or form, you embody characteristic traits of your creators daily. Yeah. All right, let me move on. Here's why I got all giddy. It says, in the second year of Darius the king, anybody who knows me, you know that the current partner that I'm with, that is literally his name. And I feel like I manifested him in preparation for just a partner. After Spirit told me that I was going to get somebody, I was going to have a family. There were certain things that I literally started to do as a direct result of that information that I got during meditation. Listen, I got that during meditation. And then from there, my spirit started, my ancestors, my angels, they started teaching me about herbs and spices that are connected to bringing in things like love, to help with things like fertility. And I was led to create my first pouch. Okay. I was also taught and told that I'm a root worker, a conjure woman, which simply means that I know how to work with plants. I know how to work with energy. And it's not necessarily because it's some type of knowledge just of my own. It's my ancestors knew. And because my ancestors knew, that is in me energetically, genetically, on a cellular level. I come from that type of stock. I was talking about Zion, the people of God. They have a certain mentality. They have certain characteristic traits that is just in them. This is not a facade. This is not something that they have to fake. This is who they freaking are. And I'm talking about even on their worst day. Even in their low estate, the energies that they give off are going to give God or goddess. It's going to give that, no, I'm about fairness. I'm about justice. I want to treat people and put out the energy into this world that I desire to receive back, even if I never see it in this lifetime. Listen, moving on. In the second year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the first day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, unto Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua, the son of Josedek, the high priest. Now, let me tell y'all why this type of writing is important, okay? Notice they didn't just talk about one individual, even though they're focused on one person. They also went through his lineage. They went through his stock. They went through this person's heritage. All of that matters. It really does matter. It says, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, this people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house be waste? Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Oh my God. If Spirit is not really, really talking, this is talking about what I feel like I'm seeing is when you get away from the ways, the behavior, the worship and reverence of your ancestors' gods, your people's gods, what happens when you get away from that is people become treacherous. Not to say that they weren't. Some people were already like that, and so they get exposed. But to those who were not like that, they become that way and begin to do harm and damage both from the governmental. And the governmental structure in the people of Zion was always the priests. It was always those who were the seers. They could hear from God. They were spiritually gifted. And they came from a family of people who were spiritually gifted. Okay? Moving on. That was a part of the government. The church was the government. There was no separation of church and state. No, boo-boo. They go together. And they go together real bad. So with that being said, in our culture, you have the elders, you have men and women of wisdom. What is wisdom for a people? It is their ways, it's their laws. And those people taught it to the rest of the congregation, which is still their family members. Moving on. So to say that you've gotten away from those things, when you get away from stuff like that, then you have issues even in your finances. And that is what I am seeing in Haggai chapter 1 right now. Spirit is teaching on, one, people are saying that it's not the time to build the Most High's house. I feel like they're talking about a very physical place. However, one of the other things that Spirit was teaching on is how the house is the people. It's us. It's our bodies. So there are people who are neglecting their bodies. When I say people, know that I'm in this number, okay? I'm not the best person. We have to get this right. But there are those of us who are neglecting our body, the temple where the Lord dwells. And we are putting a lot of our money into the physical homes that we have. And for some people, actual churches. You understand what I'm saying? You're putting all of your things over there. You're working and stuff like that. Whatever type of work you do, you're doing it and you're not seeing results like really what you desire to see. That's what is being said here in Haggai chapter 1. You've done a lot of work, but you're not seeing the results. You're eating, but you don't feel like you have enough. You're drinking, but you are not filled with the drink. You clothe yourself, but then you're not warm. And those who are working and they work for pay, you earn the wages, but you put it into bag with holes. It's like, where is everything going? Where is your money going? Oh my God, today. It's because the house of the Lord is not being built. What does that mean, Jude? That is meaning that your focus is not on you. It hasn't been on getting knowledge of yourself. It hasn't been on learning the ways of your people. And it hasn't been on you getting back to the ways of your people, because our people are in our conditions because we do not honor the practices of our ancestors. That is the truth for some of us. I'm speaking to my people because I'm a daughter of Zion. So whoever is going to resonate with this message, you too are a daughter of Zion. You too have this mentality. You're understanding that, oh my God, we've gotten away from our ancient customs, our ancient practices. And as a direct result, as a direct correlation to that fact, we do not have, we are lacking in certain ways. Even when we work. Okay, I was checking to see about my music. Even when we work, it feels as if we never fucking have enough. Oh my God, let me keep on reading. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing. Think about how you're doing it. Think about what you're doing and think about how you're doing it. They say, go up to the mountain and bring wood and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Most High God. You guys, let me tell you what I learned about a mountain, babes. I learned that a mountain is the highest place. Now we're talking about our body, right? So going into, well, this is what I'm trying to explain, that everything in this book, it can come outside and be made manifest in the form of a person, place, thing, or idea, you guys, but they're talking about the inner workings of our body. So with that being said, what I learned about a mountain is to go up to the mountain is to get clarity. It is to become elevated in your mind. To have an idea. To have an idea that alters your lifestyle. And not just your lifestyle, but potentially the lifestyle of others. That's what going up on the mountain is about, okay? Mountain is also associated with heaven energy because the mind is heaven or hell. The mind is heaven or hell. I'm going to say it one more time. The mind is either heaven or hell. Heaven is having clarity. Heaven, and when I say clarity, I'm talking about from an energetic soul purpose. You know what you're here to do. And you have ideas for days about the ways that you can do it. Or you have one specific idea that can be disseminated and filtered into so many different ways. It touches so many different things. So when we talk about needing clarity, sometimes because we are all spread out and we're all projecting out, we literally have to follow the breadcrumbs of our behaviors and our pattern that we've been putting outward. You follow those as breadcrumbs into what is it that in my mind, what is it that in my spirit do I feel I'm searching for? What is it in my spirit that is being shown to me by my behavioral patterns? This is what getting to a single point of clarity looks and feels like. Okay. So with that being said, when we talk about wanting to be clear-minded, focused, that is the idea of heaven. That is the idea of heaven. I know what I'm here to do. I know how to do it. So much so that I take daily steps. And those steps begin to show me evidence. And they show me results. And before long, if I keep doing what I'm instructed or what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, when I look back over my life, when other people look at my patterns of works, when other people look at my pattern of behavior, they will be able to say, yes, surely this person is a daughter or son of the Most High God. Well, why? Because they're exhibiting characteristic traits of a god or of a goddess. These type of people, when they speak, when they say they're going to do something, they do it. Doesn't matter how long it takes, they get it done. Their word does not return to them void. Whew. says, ye looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why? Saith the Lord of hosts, because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man into their own house. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit. So it's like you're not focusing on what's important, which is your well-being. It's that your mind is clear. It's that you know your instructions gifted to you of the Most High God that comes by way also of your ancestors. It comes by way of DNA activations that happen in you. Because you're not tending to the real work that is you, having knowledge of who you are, learning your astrological signs, learning about how they show up, where they show up in your life as a focal point for you to focus on, as ways that you need to release in season and out of season, because you don't know that about yourself. Everything you're doing seems to be crumbling. Everything you are doing seems to be failing. This is whoever I'm talking to, which could be Judea first. Usually it is. Usually it is. When we put God first, which in essence is putting yourself first, when you seek the kingdom of God, the anointed one known as Yeshua or Yeshaya, however you want to call it, that may not have even been his name, that could have been more of a title, that being taught that the kingdom of God was not outside only. It wasn't something that we could observe only from the outside. The kingdom of God was in us. It's in you and me. So that means you got to go inside to find God. Listen. You got to go inside to find God. Let us be clear. Inside of our body is darkness. That could be the reason why the scripture talks about that God dwells in darkness. Any super valuable process that is happening first in our bodies, it's covered in darkness. And it's only made manifest once it somehow appears out of our bodies, or it appears out of our mouth, through our senses, or some way that it is made clear, made manifest. But first, it is in darkness. Nobody can see it. Nobody knows it. All right. And then if you look at that on an outer level, I'm going to talk about a sorority and a fraternity right now, okay? Which is a small congregation. It's a small itty bitty replica of church, of the people. When people are being initiated, it's hush hush. It's quiet. It's shrouded in secrecy and quiet. It's dark. It's dark. In that period of time, and this is just me channeling right now, okay, because I ain't never done it. But in that time, they are being taught. They are being taught about everything that they need to know about their organization, about what they're expected to do, how they're expected to carry themselves. They may even be taught the systems of government that this sorority or fraternity has gone into. Oh, thank you so much, Akila. Thank you so much. Is that better? Is that better? With that being said, they are being taught and instructed during initiation. Now walk with me, because that can be applied to our everyday life. When you are going through an initiation, usually you're going to a certain level. You're going to a new level or something of that sort. And you're being taught everything that you need to know about this new level that you're about to go on. Once you are crossing the so-called burning sands, being prepared to be revealed, you're being tested in that space of time on everything that you learned before. Everything that you learned before time When you are in the thick of everything, you are expected to use that information. That's called application. From the application, you will receive some type of manifestation of the way that you responded, the way that you used the information that you learned during your initiation. And then there is presentation in a sorority and a fraternity. That is the physical manifestation of the initiation process, of being tried, and of making it through to the other side. And then you have this revealing. Listen, all of that is showing us what happens in our everyday life as daughters and sons of God. That's it. That's all. So I'm going to move on. Basically, this talked about us having to get back to the ways that are connected to our ancestry. You looking into your signs, astrology can teach you that. It can teach you that. It can even teach you about the things that that genetically, according to your family history, your health, and all that kind of stuff, it can show you what your people normally suffer from. Just saying, okay? Like, I'm just channeling. I'm just saying what the Spirit of the Most High God is telling me to say. I feel like I started off with this live, and I'm going to get ready to do the reading, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But guys, I said that I talked about something borrowed. I talked about something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. This covenant is real big. The covenant people is real big. I don't know what's about to happen, okay? But if you ask me, with the messages that I feel like I've been getting for year after year after year, every time I do a doggone reading, babes, those of us who are in covenant with ourselves, which is the Most High God at work in you, the energies that move you, when you're aligned with those, when you're going into your secret place inside in your mind, and you are being instructed on what to do, okay? This is you being initiated. This is you being tried by fire. Then this is going to, like, what's about to happen for you is only going to be a revelation of what instructions you've been giving yourself, or God has been teaching you. And the steps that you took, okay? A marriage is something to be celebrated normally. And in our culture, it was a party. And that party lasted for days, weeks, sometimes months. It just depended on the family. Moving on, the first card that just came out, we have lunar eclipse. It talks about change. Now, the moon deals with the divine feminine. The moon deals with the mother. The moon deals with the women. XX, but also the XYs are always going to be affected. When the woman is affected, the man is affected, because the man is also a woman. The number 43 is here, so that could be significant. That could be someone's age. That's also the number 7. This could also have something to do with the moon phases. The way that the moon phases change. I might need to see what moon phase we're in right now. I don't know if I really feel like doing that, Spirit. But there's some type of changes getting ready to take place, namely in regard and respect to women. Another thing that came up while I was I think I was just getting all these downloads, Spirit was talking about the fear of the Lord. There are so many people that try to discredit this ancient esoteric wisdom that is in scripture. They talk about, why would you be afraid? Why would this God want you to be scared? Baby, that word simply means reverence. It means reverence, respect, honor. And to a degree, it can also really mean fear, like as being scared to do something. But what about being scared to hurt somebody? Being scared to cause confusion? That's a good thing. I'm just trying to give simple examples. Fear is not necessarily what some people are saying it is when they talk about when it comes to God. Fear is about honor. It's about when you hear about this God being, oh yeah, this is what this is known for. They do this, this. It's about a respect. It's about a knowledge of the power. Moving on. Anything more before I let go of this deck? Because, it's a lot. Oh, okay. Well, at the bottom of the deck, I see 6th house routine. Some of us could be called to switch up routines, namely in our home. Now, we also talk about the body. The 6th house also is connected to the sign of Virgo, and Spirit was all over me today about what Virgo is capable of, baby. Virgo is analytical. Virgo is a healer. Virgo is all about understanding how everything is connected to the body, to the processes in the body. Now, for me, I learned that I am connected to plants, right? And Virgo is connected to plant energy. Hence the reason why roots and cellular biology is fascinating to me. I learned that by way of my astrology. That's that seeking the kingdom of God. Moving on, guys. Let me hurry up. I got Mercury retrograde, and it says reinvention. Reinvention. Now, I know that word sometimes can absolutely mean totally shifting something, totally changing something. But I also want to point back to the fact that reinvention could also mean old things coming back up again, being made new. Mercury and Virgo also connected to one another. The next card, it says Neptune sacrifice. So I'm feeling like there could be some type of change and rearranging of what and who sacrifices, or what sacrifice looks like for some of us. Neptune is connected to the sign of Pisces and Piscean themes. I'm also feeling like, what are we willing to sacrifice for our body? Because remember, your body is the temple that the Most High God dwells in. It is. This is another thing Spirit taught me about, how when we get high. Now, this can only be for Juday. This don't have to be for everybody else. Take it as it, take it or leave it. But I heard that when we get high, all of our energy, all of that life force being energy that was gifted to us by our creator, it goes up and it is centralized in one place, but it's taken out of all of our internal organs. That's what I heard today. I ain't never heard that before, but it's taken from our internal organs and it is then centralized into this one place where you can just be in your energetic body, which is formless. It's formless and it can take on any shape. And this is for the purpose of us not being bound just to the body. We can then see certain things, certain perspectives from so many different possibilities when we get high. That's for some people. That ain't everybody. All right. Which is the reason why for some people, we are so dehydrated. We have aches and pains sometimes when we're coming back down, when all that energy is flowing back down into our physical body. This is the reason why you can have aches and pains in certain areas in your organs, because it's all connected. Moving on. Chiron, healing. So a lot of us are going to have to figure out what we are going to sacrifice. Are you going to continue sacrificing your healing, thus being in a place of discomfort, dis-ease, misalignment? Or will we sacrifice what we have been accustomed to before in a daily routine? Also, let's talk about the sixth house routine can also deal with work and work life, a job. So some of us might be sacrificing in some type of way in that place. And let me tell y'all what I feel like is really happening. The shift that I feel like that could be coming is for those of us who have sacrificed working a traditional type of job, whatever, so that we can make sure that we were in alignment with our energetic purpose and our soul's purpose. I feel like you are about to get work, but the work, because you've worked for it to be in alignment, right? It's going to align with you. So this is not going to distract you. It's not going to take you off path or off course. This is going to be work for you that pays the bills, that helps you pay your, cover your expenses. And you're going to be crystal clear about this, because we talked about the mountain. Hell, let me go back to that. Hell energy is when you're in confusion. Hell energy is when you try so many different things and they don't work out for you. And you cannot understand for the life of you why. That's hell. Hell energy also comes from doing systematic or cyclical things and never seeing our desired outcome. You may see a modicum of success, but it is never at the level that your soul, your energetic being is calling for. And it causes you depression. Or it causes you to begin to agree with that low vibrational energy of, oh, maybe this is all I'm going to ever get. Instead of asking the questions like, what do I need to do? What's happening? What's going on? Why is it not working? And then that's what meditation is about. Asking these questions so that your spiritual team can teach you about you and what works for you and what you need to be doing. I'm going to hurry up. Jupiter return benefits. Listen, I'm telling y'all, some of us, Jupiter return. Jupiter is connected sometimes to husbands. The song that's playing in the background is You're Everything to Me. But Jupiter is connected to blessings, benefit, things of your benefits, things that benefit you, but also could benefit those who are connected to you. So your community, your soul tribe. The number 49 is here. So that could be significant. 9 and 4. Yeah, that's 13. I just wanted to make sure, child. I see the number 8 out here with the Chiron healing card. You guys, there is something is being healed within us. This could be your body actually being healed. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you. I'm about to hurry up. Something in your body could be healed. I see the 11th house here, you guys. Your groups, your soul tribe, even family to a degree is being healed. The collective in some kind of way is being healed. But let me tell you about the collective getting healed. When you get healed as an individual and then armed with that information, that wisdom, that insight, that part of the kingdom of God that dwells from you, when you get healed and start walking activated in that shit, you heal masses. So I'm telling you guys that Spirit had me dress up today and start and start talking and acting like I am. Let me go ahead and bring this thing up because baby, we didn't got the word. We didn't got the word. And I feel like now I'm about to be able to embody what this message is about. And I'm telling, and listen, even saying that is a part of this message. That is a part of the message for us, you guys. Those who are connected to this particular message and this reading today, what I'm here to say, it took all of that for me to get to this moment of clarity. You guys, many of us, let me make sure that, hold on, let me turn this around. Many of us are absolutely about to get ready to walk in everything that we have been feeling Spirit tell us we were for. Every idea and vision or even glimpse that you had of yourself about what you want to be doing, the way you want to be living, even your freaking partner, or if you don't want a partner, partnerships, i.e. business and experiences that you want to curate in this world, you are getting ready to walk that out. If you're not already doing it, that is the word for us today. Because of the sacrifices that you have made. And they have been great. They have been great. You are being healed. Your healing is coming in the form of the lifestyle that you wanted. Your healing is coming in the form of you being in such alignment that all of the opportunities that you begin to bring to yourself are exactly what you've always wanted. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. Baby. Listen, so I'm gonna just go ahead and talk my stuff right now. I'm about to pop my shit real quick. Get ready to be sick of me because I'm going to be cute and I'm going to be preaching because that's what I'm here to do. That's what I do. My ministry, my job, when I say ministry, I mean service. My service to the collective is to open up my mouth and to declare the word of God, which is really that life force energy that is at work in all of us. When I speak to the issues, to speak to the hearts and minds of my brothers and my sisters and confirm things that they already know. Help them break themselves free because don't nobody save us. We got to do the work ourselves. But that activation energy is an inspiration. It is a motivation. It is the ability to recognize myself in you and you recognize yourself in me. What we are getting ready to experience, you guys, is literally directly connected to our financial and fiscal reward. So when your money start beginning to look right, after it's been looking funny for a real long time, when you start to take an interest in learning about saving and dividends and whatever other type of financial terms there are, and even if you don't have no desire of finding out what that is, you may find that you are going to be attracting people to you who have this information. Who have this information and they gift it to you or they lend their energy to your cause. My God, today. I'm just telling y'all what I'm just channeling. So start dressing the part. Start showing up for yourself like that. That's what Spirit had me do today. I am done. That is the word of the Lord for us today. Oh my God. Lord is master. Let me just say that. For those of us who are on the journey like myself, you have begun probably to learn that the master shows up in you. The mastery of you. Oh my God. For some of us, with the way that our life is shifting and the way that our life is going, your body is about to be getting together. And when I say your body, I'm talking about your health, your internal health. Okay. For some of us, we may have to experience sickness before we begin to understand, oh, yep, I've been hearing what Spirit has been telling me. All right. It's time to get in alignment. Okay. You're right, Spirit. You're right. Some people may experience hospital stays. Some people may experience near-death experiences, but it's all for the glory of yourself. It's all to make you look at your ways, consider your ways, and then build the temple. I'm just saying. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony, first within ourselves, and then within our world. That's that Aquarian energy. That is that collective energy. That is that love God first, and then your neighbor energy. That is that love yourself first, or love your brother like you love yourself. All of that is the same thing, guys. It's the same exact thing. When Jesus talked about loving God, he was talking about loving himself. Hence the reason why they also say that the Torah hangs on these two things. To love, what is it? It says to love yourself and your neighbor like yourself. Come on. That is the end. I am done, my friend. Oh, my God. I am really feeling myself today, child. My little purple dress on with my little chocolate boots. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Boy, did I enjoy myself. I really just enjoyed myself big time. All right, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for those who stayed here with me. I appreciate you. I think I might be working on that, girl, because I kind of feel like that might be my lane, but I don't know yet. I'm going to stay tuned, and I'm going to consecrate myself before myself, but we know as the Lord. I'm going to consecrate myself before God, because I really, 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 really feel, sister, like that is what I am supposed to be doing. I heard it back in 2023, and I think it's time. I think I had been trying to do it the way that traditionally I had thought that it was supposed to go. So I thought I was supposed to go into a church, go join a church, become a member, work my way up, in the ranks that way to become a minister with a platform. But I have to admit, I don't fit into the churches, right? I don't fit into the churches because they water down stuff. They believe that people are not ready for things that I talk about. And maybe they're not. And that's because that's not funny. That's not funny. If it is, I'm meant to go up in there and then call people out. And I don't mean like come with me. I just mean I think that the information that I am bold enough to present in the church, the people who are open to that information and it resonates with them, they're going to want to follow me. You understand what I'm saying? You better speak, Akila, and you're right. And you're right. We absolutely don't. I don't fit in over there because I'm going to teach about astrology. Because I'm going to show you how it's all connected. I'm going to tell you that I learned that the lady who looked back and became the pillar of salt, Lot's wife, she actually didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to tell you that I learned that she actually was preserved, and she has preserved the ancient and old ways. But they don't teach us that in church because they teach us a certain type of narrative. Salt, as far as I knew, was not only it's a cleansing agent and it's a preservative. Is it not? Okay. So in essence, that lady actually became a pillar of strength and cleanliness. But in church, you get in trouble for some stuff like that. You better say it. She said we are way makers. Absolutely. And we came to prepare the way of God. Well, what is preparing the way of God? It's preparing the way for the people. We came to liberate people. We came to get people's minds activated and to be opened and for them to understand that they've always been God and that the power has always been in them. And that they're lending their energy to too many different sources. And that's why you can't see any growth. You giving your power away, babes. I can't stomp like that because I'm in a house and people stay, not a house, but an apartment, and people stay up under me. Okay. I can't do that. But oh, I want to stomp right now so bad. I got my boots on and I want to stomp so bad. Woo! I feel a good stomp in me because I am hyped. You're speaking straight facts, Akila. It's also a conductor of energy. Oh. Akila, you're preaching just like me because preaching is dissemination of information. All right. So let's talk about this conductor of energy, right? This is what we are able to do when you are aware of who you are. And sometimes even when you're not fully aware, but that spirit that is alive and well in you, when it's time for it to move and to make some shit shake, as long as you are a willing vessel, it'll use you, right? And so that energy is the type of energy that heals people. That energy is the type of energy that could walk into a room, tell you all about your life, and then tell you, that's okay, go be free. This is what you need to do to be free. You got to do A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, you good, go be free. And when you implement those things into your life, you see the heaven, the clarity, the production of fruits that can be celebrated. My God, my God. Didn't I say I was getting out the hill, Akila? Now you just stirred me up. You just started it up again. You got me acting like my daddy. Actually, that's a lie. Let me not lie on you like that. My daddy got me acting like him. It's in my blood. But you ain't helping. You ain't helping, damn it. She said, go outside, laugh out loud. Girl, I would. But then the Wi-Fi, because it's connected to my Wi-Fi, if I go too far, friend, it might just, they already said it, telling me we got a slow connection. Whew. I even feel like that's a word in some kind of way. A slow connection. No, you all right, girl. You all right. You all right. Akila said, you mentioned dehydration of the body. Salt pulls in water. It's an electrolyte. Gives you electric energy. And that's the reason why they be teaching us to put a little salt in our water, right? To pull that water and keep it up in there, right? Okay. Because see, I done heard some information and research about that. Now I need to figure out which type of salt to put in this water, because before I get elevated, I need to make sure I have it. And also, after I need to have it. Oh my God. You have excited me on today. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate y'all. And now I see why things had to happen the way that they did. Okay. That's just personal. That's for me. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I am overjoyed. I'm overjoyed. And I most certainly am grateful for this word. I'm excited about this word for my sisters and my brothers who have been doing the work, who have put in and made sacrifices, even that people may not recognize as sacrifice. They may not even think it's been a sacrifice. They may think you've been sitting there with your, like a bump on a log, doing nothing, twiddling your fingers, because that's what the perception may be for them. Whole time, baby, you was out here doing, slaying your own demons, meditating, getting information and insight, testing and trying yourself on how do I properly apply this information. And now the season is arriving for a marriage to happen. The marriage of your divine masculine energy and your divine feminine energy. That's the wisdom and the application coming together in holy matrimony, which always produces fruit. It always produces children, baby. Anyway, let me read what Akila said. She said sea salt. Laugh out loud. Epsom salt for soaking. Awesome. Okay, great. So I need to keep some sea salt in my house. I already have some in here, thank God. The sea salt is what I put in my water to drink, and the Epsom salt is what I put in my bath. Absolutely. Okay. And then she also said, this was a perfect way for me to start my day, to go and live in my purpose, because I'm headed to a market right now to sell my goods. You better do it, friend. You better do it, my good sis, because that's what we here for. And the way that you minister, you already minister to people. You serve. Every time you are doing what you're called to do, you're working in your way, because you definitely have Virgo in there. You got some Scorpio in your chart, if I'm not mistaken. You are definitely doing what you're supposed to be doing. Working with your mind and your hands and science, because we're brilliant, baby. Congratulations, by the way. I believe congratulations are in order. And I'm going to congratulate myself because, baby, my stuff is coming too. My platforms to speak, they're coming too. And I can't wait to continue to give this to you guys. Now, I do got to tell y'all this right now, because according to sidereal astrology, my sun sign and my moon sign are Cancer. My rising sign, natally, is Virgo. What I have to say that I have felt that mean for me in my life, the older and older I get, guys, my mood literally shifts with the moon. So whatever the moon got going on, I'm already somehow feeling that. And then I have to sit with myself, and I have to sit with spirit and ask questions and research, and figure out, okay, what the fuck is this? And what's going on? That's usually how I'm led to do any and everything that I've ever done in my entire life. And my tropical sign, the Leo stuff, and the Libra rising, that is the vehicle by which my soul's purpose expresses itself. So let me be clear. I may not get up here and do this again another Sunday. Though I feel like in my heart, this is exactly what I need to do. I feel like I need to have an early rising service, because this is service. This is a service. I'm supposed to do this. I don't know if it's going to only be Sundays. It might be throughout the week. I have no idea yet. But if I could just do it one day out of the week, I guess Sunday would be the best for me, because, big Leo energy. But yeah, I could easily see myself doing this, as long as, today was a beautiful day. I didn't have to worry about my babies. My girls are with their dad. So it was a great setup for myself. And I didn't have to ask for this, but this doesn't happen every day. You see what I'm saying? So, I would probably have to actually ask that my partner take the girls, so I can make sure that I can have something prepared for you guys. But I thank you so much. Okay, bye. Thank you. And yes, congratulations to you too. Thank you, Akila. Bye, boo.